When we are starting to build a brand or business, the most daunting task is actually getting people to become aware of your existence. And what is really, really powerful, yet quite challenging in the beginning, is video marketing. And this is why I wanted to create this video for today, wherein I wanted to share with you 5 proven ways on how to build your confidence in videos, even when you're just starting out or you've just never done a video before. Hi, I'm Dia Asrani and I'm a personal branding coach, and if you really like what you see, please subscribe to my channel wherein I talk a lot about personal branding, your brand presence, building your confidence, and all things related with regards to your presence online and offline. So in this video, I really want to share with you 5 really powerful and proven ways to build your confidence in videos. These are things that have been used by experts. These are ways that have been used by people who have just started out. Example, me. I had just started out when I was, just a couple of years ago, when I did not have any idea about how to go about and do videos. I was absolutely low on confidence, but what I wanted to do is I really wanted to build that awareness and let people know that I really exist and I can help people build their brands in better ways. So I worked on a few things and I thought, okay, why not I help you with this video. So I'm going to make it short and sweet for you, and I'm going to allow you to understand that how simple it actually is. It's not a challenge. Yes, it does take a little bit of time to realize that you're in front of the camera and you're talking to the camera and not to the person in front of you. So it does get a little challenging, but come on. I mean, if you can't solve a problem for yourself, then what are you doing here, right? So that's what life is all about. So yes, let's just hop in. The very first thing which I want to talk about is focus on what you are good at. Now, you might think that, okay, I'm good with art, I'm good with reading, I'm good with music, I'm good with dancing, I'm good with all these kind of skills. How is that going to come out in the video? Here's the thing, you can mold those skills and create videos for yourself. You can mold a skill in reading and convert it into something where you talk about, say, reviewing of books, okay, like reviewing of authors. Or if you can, if you really feel that, okay, you have the skill in writing, then you can talk about content and how good content is. If you talk about dancing, or if you like dancing, then you can actually show ways how you can make it easier for people to learn how to dance, right? So there's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way, right? So if you really want to focus on something, it has to be something that you love, something that you're really passionate about, something that you really want to take forward in your life. Okay, that's the very, very first thing. Another thing about focusing on what you're good at is that automatically, when you know your subject or your topic, your whole idea of the topic, the way you share your content, the way you deliver your content comes naturally. Okay, now if you tell me to talk about something technical, I probably won't be able to do it because I don't, specialize in that. But if you tell me to talk about presence or about confidence, about something, to do with the softer part of building your brand, I would definitely want to come ahead and, talk about it, because I have all kinds of things, all kinds of ways to really put it across. So that's the whole thing. That's the key of building your confidence. It's not about, I need to study this, I need to learn this skill, I need to master this first and then talk about it. No, it's about, you can start a video like today, okay, but it has to be something that you are really good at. Alright, it has to be relevant to what you want to share with your people. It has to be relevant to what you want to, build in terms of, like, say, a business or something like that. So, in future, if people see you, they see you as the expert in that domain. Makes sense? I know that's for sure, right? Now, number 2 is the second proven way of building your confidence is dress for the result. Alright. Now you might say that, okay, videos means can I dress in a certain way because they're only going to see the top half of what I'm who I am and how I look. But let me tell you one thing, if you dress up from head to toe, right, like right till your shoes, and you dress up in a way which would actually uplift your mood, automatically it shows in the videos. Okay, so sometimes what people say, oh, we'll take the easier route, we'll just wear dress up on top, put some makeup for the women, or just groom yourself for the men, and down we just, anyway, nobody's going to see that, so I don't need to show that, right? The point is that it automatically shows on the way you present yourself. Okay, now when I talk about dressing for the result, you need to think of what should be the end result of every video that you do. What do you want people to do after joining your video or after watching your video? You want them to join your channel, you want them to subscribe to your channel, or do you want them to join your next class or a free class? What do you want them to do? Okay, they should look at you as an expert in that field. All right, so say if you're a dancer, then your body language, the way you present yourself, has to be based on that. If you are somebody who is into public speaking, or somebody who's into leadership or any of these topics, you should show it with the way you dress yourself, right? Yes, of course, you have to be comfortable. You can't be uptight and because it'll come out in your voice, but you have to be really comfortable with how you put your point across visually. Okay, so if you wear, like, say, a really crisp suit or something like that, then probably people will think that you're really authoritative, you're really professional, you're really formal, which is good and not so good depending on the goal of your video. Okay, but if you feel that you're more comfortable in, say, a simple shirt with a pair of say chinos or jeans, or for the women it could be something like trousers or denims or whatever whatever comes to your mind, you can choose that, because that would make you confident. It really depends on what really are you trying to gain from this video. Okay, think about this visually, all right? So if we were to actually put our point across in a certain way, right? And if we were to put our point across in a way wherein I want to tell people that, look, I am the go-to expert in helping you dress better. Okay, that's an example. But when I show myself in front of the camera and I'm saying I will help you dress better, and I'm not really presentable myself, right? What happens is that people will not be able to trust me, because visually they can't relate to what I'm saying. Okay, so please understand that you need to focus on the result when you're dressing for that video. Again, that elevates your confidence. Number 3 is be spontaneous with what you say. Now, a lot of people have asked me that, what if I make mistakes? I've never done this before. I've never told my story. I've never done all these things. But here's the thing, when it comes to actually putting your point across in a certain way, you have to be okay to talk like as if you're talking to a friend. Like right now, I feel that you're in front of me and I'm just talking to you like a friend, or somebody who's just learning from me, right? But actually, you really need to do that. Even if you make mistakes, you stammer, you don't pronounce a certain thing in a certain way, right? None of us are perfect, but that's what actually gets you to be natural, and then you become more comfortable in your own skin when it comes to doing videos. And that actually shows, and that's what actually clicks, works for all businesses today, right? In future, by 2022, right? If you're watching this video, then fine, then it's gone by. But 2022, they say that the entire consumption of whatever we do online is going to be mainly videos. Okay, and that's going to touch up to maybe about 90%. Okay, that's based on the facts, because the way people are consuming content and because the way they relate to people in that video. Because when we are talking like this, it becomes a lot more natural to understand that, okay, this is what I'm going to be getting into if I have to probably, join my community, join a course or something that's related to Diya, right? If you're watching my video, that is. So that's the whole thing of being spontaneous. You have to be somebody who, if in real life, if I have to actually talk to you one-on-one, you should be able to see the same kind of aura that you're seeing in the video, when we meet one-on-one, right? So that's the thing about videos. So you really need to have that whole, thought process, that whole way of telling a story, that whole way of convincing people, so that people see you in that light, right? And it's not something that is just scripted. Oh, I was forced to do a video because I had to go, and because that's how my business will grow. It has to come like as if you're talking to a friend. Okay, that's how spontaneous it has to be. All right, I'm not scaring you, but that's the fact. You have to just talk like just blabber. That's what it is initially, right? Then number 4 is correct your body language and practice it before starting. Okay, now this is a practice which would take maybe about 2 to 3 minutes. That's the max. Now imagine, okay, if you are watching yourself doing the video, right? What would you notice in the body language? You'd notice the shoulders, you'll notice the expression, you'll notice the smile, you'll notice the eyes, right? You'll notice all those things. You'll not notice the hands. So how would you want to do that? How would you kind of repeat it? So, we use mirroring, right? So what you can do is you can just go in front of the mirror and correct your posture. Okay, and it's very simple. It takes 2-3 minutes. All you have to do is just roll your shoulders back, right? And see where your hands are going. Okay, now too much of this, folding your hands, doing these things, shrugging your shoulders doesn't really work for videos, right? But if it's like a power pose usually is when you're standing, but otherwise when you're sitting like this, you really need to have open body postures, even when you're standing. But when you're sitting, you need to make sure that you are quite active, right? Especially with your upper body, right? Now when it comes to your expressions, you need to show that you are excited to share that information. All right, now if I just look at this example, okay? So if I'll just give you 2 versions of Diya number 1. I'm going to share with you 5 proven ways to build your confidence in videos. Little bit of body language, little bit of expression, right? Now, Diya version 2. Hi, I'm going to show you how you can work with 5 proven ways to build your confidence. Did you see the difference? That is what really plays a role when you see the eyes, the whole expressions on your face. That's what really plays a role in building your confidence. And when you start practicing it, you realize that how natural you are when it comes to expressing yourself. Okay, so it's a very powerful exercise. Do it before you start any video. If you're starting something, for the first time, you're doing a video for the first time, go for it and, stand in front of a mirror, close the door if you don't want people to see you, practice it for a minute or 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever is comfortable for you, and then go and do the video. Okay, automatically you'll see a change in how you do things. And finally, number 5 would be visualize the end result of your videos and work backward. Okay, now what do I mean by this is that, now if you have a video that you want to share, okay, say let's talk about the video that we are doing right now, 5 proven ways to build your confidence in videos. So the end result is I want people to be really get the sense of building confidence in videos wherein they actually try out doing one, right? That's my goal for this video. Now when I work backwards, what is it that I need to share with them that would allow them to do that, right? To take action or whatever. So I will give them maybe 5 points. So working backwards, my number 5th point would be probably, to visualize the end result. What is the end goal of your video, right? What do you want them to do at the end of it, right? Then before that is work on your body language. See what really works for you, because it's more about your body. It's more about how you put your point across, right? Then number 3 is being spontaneous, like telling the story, talking about it, yeah? Then 2 is the presence aspect, right? Because you're going to be dressing up for this particular video. And finally, 1 is focus on what you are good at. Okay, so thinking of what is it that I'm going to be covering, right? So you see that there is a script, but it's spontaneous. It's not something that, has been, really planned and the words have been planned, okay? Whatever I'm saying is absolutely spontaneous, okay? That's the whole point of it. So now what I want you to really do now, coming to the end goal of this, is that 1 is, I really want you to try out your next video, keeping these 5 points in mind, right? You will see a change. Now see, I wouldn't say that you'll see 100% change, but always look at it as a progressive way of doing things better, right? So I want you to take this up and do your next video, keeping these 5 points in mind, all right? And see how you can, look at it differently and how you can change things, how you can, what you were doing before, probably, kind of work on it a little better and try and make your next video. Okay? And if you're a first timer, don't worry, take your time, all right? But do it, because this is for you, how you want to start and take things forward in your business and your brand building, all right? So ending this, okay, so with the end of this video, I would like to thank you for watching this, and I hope you really enjoyed and found value in this video. I do share a lot of videos in regards to public speaking, personal branding, confidence building, building your online presence, building your leadership skills, especially digitally, right? And that's what a lot of entrepreneurs, coaches and trainers really look for when they want to start out or when they are already in the midst of doing something and want to get better at it, right? So yes, so I am here for that, and if you really liked it, you can subscribe to my channel wherein I share a lot with regards to that. And yes, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.